Hi guys, how's it going? It's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. So we have So let's do a little talking because again, remember these Commander live streams are really just to update you guys, give you a rundown. But I think what we'll do is I'll give you guys a rundown, give you some updates, blah blah blah, talk about some plans, etc., etc., etc. Kind of the more personal stuff. For me, this, like I said, I always see the commanders, especially as people that are like emotionally and physically invested in what I'm doing, and I think it's always important to try to keep you guys up to date. So that being said, I need to first off apologize. It has been, I think the last one I did was in June, so I owe you guys some. If you don't remember, the reason for that is because I think I've been home a total of I think it's been like 20 days in the past 3 months. It's been so exhausting, and I want that to end, and I unfortunately don't see it ending anytime soon. I don't know what to do about it either, besides maybe offloading a little bit of I will maybe get into that, but besides offloading some work to other people, which I'm actually going to finally start doing. I'm going to have a guy here in town start editing for me a little bit, and he's going to be doing some After Effects stuff for me, and we'll see how it goes. Because the hard part is for me, if I hire someone, it's like I need people at like the randomest times. He might be sitting there twiddling his thumbs for a week because I'm gone or something, or scripting, and then all of a sudden like, okay, dude, I need this tomorrow. It's like I have a hard time trying to figure out how to balance between and also like for this, like when he went down with me to shoot the aerospike stuff. His name's Michael Bowden, and the thing is, I was doing all those After Effects things, and he can do all that stuff. He could make all that stuff in After Effects. The only problem is he doesn't necessarily know the thing that's in my head to visualize. Like when I did that thing that flips the engine inside out and turns it into an aerospike. He doesn't have that knowledge, so it's hard to be like, okay, dude, just take this, flip it inside out, make it do this, and then as the expansion ratio changes, push, squeeze the exhaust, and like it almost, I don't know, it's a hard balance because it's like I want him to do that. Like that'd be amazing if he could do all those animations for me, so I don't have to sit there and do them because they take forever. But at the same time, like, how do I even explain that to him enough for him to be able to do it? It's really weird. I'm in a weird position. Yeah, I think that is kind of the key. I think I need to have him at least do like the pre-edits of videos, like those dialogue cuts. He can do that tomorrow, basically. I think I need to have him doing lots of. Hey, also before I forget, just total ADD moment. So this live stream is mostly going to be me and you talking. The next one is where we're going to really play all the Kerbal. I have it pulled up, and we might do that a little bit here with you guys before noon. But when we do Kerbal, make sure I record it. Like, make sure I actually hit record in OBS so I have a local file so I don't have to try to pull it down. Please remind me at noon. But yeah, the thing for sure is getting someone to do the easier work, or the work that doesn't require a lot of explanation. And I want him to start coming in like often. But again, the only problem is like, it's not like I don't work around like a 9 to 5 schedule either. So I can't be like, all right, man, Monday morning, we're going to do this. Tuesday morning, we're going to do this. It's like, it might be like Saturday night at 9 p.m. We'll be like, hey man, all right, well, tomorrow I'm going to need to have this done. Like that doesn't necessarily work for everyone. And maybe some of that is just developing a schedule and developing a more normal time frame. But I don't live that life, especially as I'm traveling all the time. I'll get home Saturday night at 11 or something, and I'll want to work on Sunday because travel days, even though like they just aren't as productive work days, they can be exhausting in some ways, but it's more like I don't get a lot of work done when running through the airport and all that stuff. So I'm gonna play around with that. I really want to delegate more work off because I feel like that's a good way to increase productivity and or decrease stress and not get burnout. I think that's the main thing. I'm doing better about like only working like 10 hours or so and like trying to turn off by like 7 or 8. But lately, just because I've been traveling so much and with the crunch feeling of that I haven't put out a video since, what was the last video? The Rocket Lab video was the last video I actually produced. And, you know, we knocked that one out in 3 days, and it was a 27-minute long video. Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't want to rush the Aerospike video. I think you guys know that. Like, I obviously don't want to rush it. It's really going to be good. And I added, from what you guys saw yesterday, I don't know if you guys all watched the 20-minute video that I did yesterday, or the 20-minute preview. A lot has even been added in there because I realized like I missed things. Like I didn't talk about mock diamonds and shock diamonds. You know, I talk about the compression ways, but I didn't show any good examples of mock diamonds. So I added some stuff in there. Yeah, I should probably change a clip out actually on that. But I added a few other things here and there that I just thought were missing. The intro will be a lot more packed with B-roll. Right now, the intro is basically just the dialogue cut. And so especially like as I'm explaining, we're going to look at the future, blah, 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 all the things, and like show, you know, clips. I like to do that to tease up stuff. John, I don't know if I could do draw on paper, snap a pic, and provide Trello board for him to work from. Maybe I could do something like that. It might be about exactly what I have to do. And as he learns more too, I told him like, hey, like I want you to start participating and learning all this stuff as much as you can so that you have a better understanding. Like watch all my old videos. I want like so that he has an understanding when I say, hey man, that pre-burning needs to be flipped 180 degrees or something or whatever, you know, like he would actually be able to, oh, okay, cool. You know, I think that would be great. Yeah, I use Trello. Trello is great. We use that in our Ludicrous Future. I use it for myself. I can do some fast sketching, don't you worry. Yeah, so that's my immediate goals, like just then I get into the problem of like, okay, well let's play this out here. I'll be leaving Friday for Boca Chica. I'm flying from Boca Chica from Brownsville to Houston actually I think on Monday. I might just like make it so I'm there all weekend to hang out. And I'm flying Michael down with me too to shoot. And here's what we're gonna do. Let me tell you guys the immediate production schedule. So it goes like this. So today is Sunday. I had to remind myself these things. Today's Sunday. We're going to do a video on really quick because it'll be super fun. It'll be really great leading up to the presentation. We're going to talk about why Starship will only have 2 body fins on the bottom instead of 3. The engineering decisions. And by the way, guys, just keep this here, please. Keep this in the Commander's Lounge. It will only have 2, period. So I can safely say that. So it only have 2, and I'm going to talk about why. And actually, a lot of it, it's funny, looking back at that video I shot last October about how it belly flops, I ran into a lot of problems landing and doing things with 3 fins because it was aerodynamically backwards. And it's also aerodynamically backwards when it's on the stack, too, because then you have all those control surfaces way up front. So it's really interesting. There's actually really cool reasons why they only would go with 2, especially since that third leg is was really only a leg and not even supposed to be an aerodynamic feature, and come to find out is a bad thing, really. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to shoot a video on why that is, and so that will line up well leading up to because this is basically Starship Week, and as really badly as I want this Aerospike video to be done, that can be done anytime. That's the most evergreen content I'll ever make. So if that comes out in frickin' November, I don't really care, you know. I want it to be done soon, but I also want to wait to hear back from Aerojet Rocketdyne again. And they are, Trevor, I do know what they're going to do for landing legs. I'll just say they aren't attached to the fins. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Aerospike can be done anytime, and I don't want to rush it. I really want to hear back if we get video of never before seen video that they digitize, I'll wait months for that, to be honest. Like, that sucks that I would have to do that, but at the same time, can you imagine having never before seen videos of some old Aerospike engines that like are in reasonably high quality? I think that'd be totally worth it, so I'm waiting to hear back. Trevor, you'll find out on Saturday, man. Actually, you'll kind of find out my speculation here in game. Okay, so that being said, Aerospike is like, I need this to be done and I want it to be done and it will be done, but it will be done like when it's done. As you guys know, I've been saying that for a long time. And I just don't want it, I don't want it to be bad. I want this is going to be better than the Raptor video. I can tell you that. Like, from what I even learned, and from it was another one of those videos and topics where I knew the idea behind it, but I didn't actually grasp the full concept. I didn't quite grasp it. I knew the idea. Yeah. So I finally learned it. That was, of course, the hard part in scripting it, as you guys know, is 20 whatever pages. But now visualizing it and turning it into from here to the screen is obviously like the big part of what I think differentiates my content from other people who are cranking out content constantly, you know. Again, like, in my opinion, my goal as a creator is basically to get people to be able to watch Scott Manley's videos easily and understand them and be able to watch them casually enough that they don't need the visuals. Like, that's my idea, but I want to get people from ground one, from page one, that would currently turn on a Scott Manley video and be like, I don't know anything he's saying. You know, because Scott's amazing. Scott's like the best. In my opinion, Scott Manley he's like the smartest human, at least in this space of talking about spaceflight stuff. He is so smart, but he oftentimes is a leg or two up from what my channel is and what my goal is. So my goal is basically to get people to be able to casually watch a Scott Manley video and understand most of it. So, yeah. So, okay. So that being said, so Aerospike, when it's done, TM. And, here's what we're going to do for Starship, because this is, like I said, this is kind of like the Apple event of the year for SpaceX people. You know, this is like the big thing. So today we're going to be working on why Starship will only have 2 fins. And we're going to talk about the aerodynamics of it, talk about, all of that stuff. And then I'm going to do, like, when we're down there, the day of, I'm going to go film a live stream in front of Starship, and kind of a tour and more of a casual thing, like what we can expect from the presentation. And it'll just be a hangout live stream thing. And then I will be at the event. And then right after the event, immediately after, I'm going to be taking notes on what we learned and stuff. And I will need 1 or 2 people to do really high quality full screen screenshots of the presentation, not video. I want screenshots to be able to pull from, especially if there's charts or diagrams. Take a screenshot of that. We'll get a Google Drive folder going, or you guys do it. And then I'll need one of you guys to send me a link, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the details again and literally as soon as it's done, walk over, we're going to set up a tripod. I'm going to shoot, and we're going to shoot the whole video of like what we learned about the 2019 Starship, or, you know, whatever catchy video title we'll have. And then I will shoot that there. We'll start driving back into town, and Michael's going to start cutting that up for us. And, yeah. And then, sweet. Yeah, I'd say, let's see. Yeah, Trevor and Austin. Sweet. Yeah, let's have you guys go ahead and do that. Let's try not to have it duplicated images though. Yeah, maybe just a screenshot, basically anytime there's something new on screen, and maybe a couple short clips, like 10-second clips of, maybe one person should do like 10-second clips of video so I can have small, easy to grab 1080p footage, because that's the thing, is data is going to be junk. So if I have small segments, like 10-second clips of Elon walking out, 10-second clips of Elon pointing like this, so I can just drop those in as B-roll occasionally, you know, so it looks good. Instead of me trying to download an entire, you know, 10 gig file or whatever that's an hour long, just having little clips would be awesome. If someone could do screen recordings and then another person doing still photos, that would be amazing. So that's that plan. We're going to do that, and we're going to cut it up and have it totally ready to go, and hopefully out that night, like 2 or 3 hours later. I think that'll be best for peak traffic, something that people can wake up to on Sunday morning and, you know, have my rundown on what we learned. Sorry, I'm also kind of sick, or allergies or something. So sorry. Yeah. I'll let you guys figure that out if you guys want to be in charge of that. organizing and everything, that would be amazing. So that when I'm done shooting, if I can get a link to the Google Drive that has a photo folder and a video folder, that would be amazing. Yeah. I don't know what time. I'm guessing the announcement will be at night. I'm guessing like 7 or 8. So it'll be late. And that means I will be editing all night basically for that one. And then with Michael, and then hopefully we'll be done and ready to go ASAP. Yeah. That's my plan. And then what else is there? Okay, so there's that. And then afterwards, I think immediately afterwards, I'm going to start scripting why Starship won't have an abort system. I think that'll be a great video to follow up on. So we can have 3 Starship videos back to back. Like I said, it's going to be Starship week. And then we'll get to the Aerospike video. Yeah. What do you guys think? Or is that too much Starship at once? I just think that abort tower video, abort system, I think someone else will probably do that soon. I just can see that being a popular topic because I hear it all the time. And I could see someone like Marcus House or Scott Manley talking about it. And I don't want to be a copycat, so I would like to try to get that video out soon. And I just think right afterwards would probably be a pretty powerful time to do that. And I can see that being a really good video. And actually, you guys want to know a secret? Let me see if I can find this for you guys. So just so you know, like when I'm out and about shooting stuff, I like pre-shoot a lot of stuff. Look at this. So actually, I don't even know if I needed to do this because I'll probably be out there again. But I already shot the intro to Starship Abort. Look at this. Ready? Again. So the audio is terrible because this is just the camera audio. I don't have them mixed together yet, but here, I'll just show you guys this. This is what I do with my time. So this was Boca Chica. Like I said, the audio is bad, but I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm talking about the Starship abort system, like whether or not it's a good idea to have an abort system. Yeah, I already shot that, which I think is a pretty good idea to get ahead of that. Here's the audio from it, just so you guys know I didn't totally screw it up.
Hi, it's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Behind me is SpaceX's Starship prototype, and it's missing something.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's missing a lot of stuff right now, but one thing that's...
So we'll do that. I think that'd be fun. 18 Decker says, I understood each word, but the words combined, is that too much Starship? Makes no sense. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I'll do that. I don't want to just be totally pegged as like, oh, you're only doing SpaceX stuff these days, which is funny. Actually, if you look at let's look at my last videos. I shouldn't care what people, that's the real thing. It's like, I shouldn't care if people are complaining about that because guess what? Too bad. And yeah, I guarantee, I think we'll hit 400,000 before, well before that even. We'll probably hit 400,000 without trying before Starship happens. And especially once this video comes out, 400,000 will come in no problem. Between this, the live stream, the other thing, and then Aerospike video, I expect a really big jump in the month of September. I think by October 1st, I'll be at like easily 425, 430. That's my guess. Okay, so let's see. My last ones were Starhopper, Rocket Lab, Starhopper, Lunar Ladder, cylindrical rockets rolling. So really the last SpaceX dedicated programmed video that I did was the Raptor video. Dang. And I've had 3 since then. That's crazy. Yeah, thank you, Trevor. I think for me, the whole idea of going and shooting in front of the Aerospike video or shooting in front of Starhopper, shooting in front of Starship is, first off, I'm like already there half the time anyway, except for I guess I literally flew Michael and I down to get footage of the Aerospike. But I do want people to trust that this isn't just some guy sitting here, making stuff up or something. I want people to understand that this is my life, this is my career, and I'm going to invest every dime I have into trying to make the best content possible. And if you guys can't tell, like I'm constantly trying to one up the game. I'm trying to improve everything at all times. Like by the way, just so you guys know, this was my idea. Be right back. Okay, so check this out. So what I'm going to be doing next time I have to do something very live stream intensive, I will now be doing an actual live broadcast so that all the processing, the room moved. It's an earthquake. I'm not in California. Okay, so yeah, so we're actually going to I'll be able to produce something live without a computer. So I want to be able to do standalone live streams that include being able to switch between footage, including having my little watermark up there and things like that. And this is going to allow me to do that. That will offload all the processing and all the rendering from my laptop so that I don't have anything to rely on with my laptop. That's definitely like the key is I can't rely on a laptop for any of that stuff. So and then some monitors for it. And that way, in theory, I'll be able to totally offload all the rendering and all the processing and have a much more stable live stream. And including, so for instance, with Starhopper, here's my idea. The two cameras that I had, remember that time that one of the cameras just bonked out? And it was the camera that bonked out. It wasn't my computer at the time. It was actually the camera bonked out. So I had two of them sitting right there. So if I have both of those plugged in HDMI to this, and if one of them happens to die, I can literally punch a button and literally not even miss a beat. Only miss a beat for like until it takes me to notice, So I can have that. I can also have a third camera pointing back at me, so I can have kind of that selfie cam during all that stuff. I think that's the stuff that I think matters, being able to have backups, redundancy, and then say all this stuff stops working, I still at least can plug stuff straight into the live stream output or input, and I think that will matter. So that's my goal. Is I want backups on backups on backups, and I want resilience and reliability. Like I want this thing to be able to work, period. This is what I do, guys. I if you can't tell, like if you look at a video from a year ago, like watch a video from especially like May of last year, right? Or like March, a year and a half ago. The videos are embarrassingly bad, in my opinion. I mean, yes, some people still like the spacesuit and they still like the character of Everyday Astronaut. That's fine. I can live with that. That's fine. But as far as the actual video quality and the production quality, I mean, those videos were like 80% my face, and I would put graphics up on the side instead of like filling the whole screen with nice graphics. And now I've basically flipped the script. Like I want my face on there almost as little as possible. and just even the audio quality, the mixing, the coloring, everything was so bad. And like I want it so how many cameras could I use? This is an 8 HDMI input, so I could do 8 cameras at once, and I'll probably just do 3. And I have 5 or 6 cameras that I could that I physically own that I could output to. Yeah. So, how many? And then, yeah, Trevor, I am 100%. I think ditching the spacesuit was a huge step forward. I have said this many times, but in general, it made it a lot harder to shoot a video, a lot more uncomfortable, and never, ever, ever has anyone clicked on a video now and been like, man, I'm not going to watch this. I wish this guy was wearing a spacesuit. Like, but I guarantee the opposite is true. I guarantee there are people that clicked on and go, what the hell is this? Why am I going to watch a video with a guy wearing a spacesuit in a bedroom? And clicks off, right? So, like, I'm going to always err on the side of keeping people around and keeping their retention. And I think in this case, it's at the expense a little bit of, like, some of that fun lightheartedness. And that's okay. I hope that people still understand that my personality and who I am is still the same. It's just that I am trying to make it so I'm not ostracizing people the second they click on a video, because I think that is very true. Yeah. Um, yeah, Mike, I've got, so I, last time I brought two like 600 millimeter lenses with me, or one 500, one 600, and I tracked with the one. And so I'd be able to actually punch between the two live. Agreed. Agreed. I pretty much will only use it for branding. Why is this coffee lid, by the way, is missing the vent hole? So drinking out of it is actually quite difficult. There we go. Venturi or something, or pressure equalization. I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's do some other. Okay, so that's the video production for the upcoming weeks. And kind of, oh, and the other thing that we're running up against. So by the way, I'm going to Houston afterwards immediately. I am doing a sponsored video this year. I only do about one a year, and this one's pretty cool. It's with Hilton and DoubleTree Hotels. They're going to be the first company to bake something on the International Space Station, a fresh baked good, using a new zero G, zero racks new oven that is developed, and this is all, not all of it's part of this, but Hilton jumped in then to be able to do sponsored content and send their cookies up to space, basically. So that means that I'm doing a video about how that oven works, basically talking about like the, what happens to convection and all that stuff, and how does heat travel in zero G. And so I'm going to Houston to talk to the people that actually built the oven, and that's going to be a sponsored video. So that's going to be in the queue for CRS 19, because that's when the oven will launch, and I'm going to release that video with that launch, basically. So that's something that I'm working on, and then I come home, and that'll be what, like October 3rd or something, or 2nd or something like that. And then October 19th, I'm traveling to Europe for a little bit, 6 days of vacation and 3 days of working. So I'm going to do 6 days kind of near Vienna, Budapest, and Prague. Kind of travel around. I'm going with my friend Neil Johnson, who's another photographer, and I'm actually just going to go just do photos, like old school days, just go out, take cool pictures, purely for myself for about 6 days. And then I'll go from there to Stockholm, Sweden. And in Stockholm, I'm going to do a video about how big is the solar system, basically. So I think I talked about this somewhere, but it's the whole idea of like how far apart is the Earth and the Moon? If you hold these up to each other, people will be like, oh, I'll bet it's about this far, right? But in real life, it's like a full meter is how far apart they are. That's the scale of the actual solar system. So I'm going to start the video kind of like that. Like, how big could you make this? What if the Earth was the size of a volleyball or something, or whatever it is? I'll have to figure it out. How far apart would the solar system be if the Earth was this big or something, right? And in Stockholm, they have that. They actually have an Earth that's about the size. Actually, I wonder how close it is to this. Like this sitting thing. I wonder what the scale is. And I want to do that now. Let's look that up. Stockholm scale. Okay, Sweden solar system. So this is the biggest scale solar system in the world. The Earth is 2 foot, so 65 centimeters in diameter. Let's see here. Earthquake. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm getting a studio finally. I'm getting a studio in a commercial space right below me, which will be awesome. Sorry, I'm measuring. So that thing is about 62 centimeters, and the scale one in Earth, or the Earth scale one in Sweden is 65. So that'll be close enough for visualization. I'll be like, so what if the Earth was this big? You know, what would it look like? And that's what we'll do. Because the one actually here, let me show you. The one in Stockholm isn't actually that cool looking. Here. Okay, so this is this. So what was cool about this is I'll have to drive like across Sweden, which is sweet and really cool. John Rumpf, you've seen this before. I have not seen anything on this. I've seen that there's that desert video, a really cool desert video where a guy does a scale solar system, and you can see them all in the desert, right? But I want it, like, I think it's cool they already have this in Sweden, and the idea being like, how far away would the moon be, you know, if you're holding the Earth like that? And I then extrapolate that out. So then the Earth is like quite a bit away from, let me see here. Another part. So it's a different part of the museum is where the moon actually is, which is cool. So meet up with Tesla Bjorn, maybe. Oh yeah. Sorry. Well, I mean the studio. I'm just getting a 400 by 400 square foot commercial space, literally right below me, and that'll work out pretty well, I think. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of replicate the old studio that I had before, but what I'm gonna do is directly behind me, so I don't ever have to worry about a glare. I'm gonna get 2 by 2 wooden diffuser panel. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put this behind me, a bunch of these. Like, so it's like a 8 foot by 8 foot square. Sorry, that's like 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters, something like that, square. And I'm going to have a laser cut Everyday Astronaut logo stamped on that that's sticking out of it. And then 2 45-degree walls coming off of that. Well, they're 90 degrees to each other, but 45 degrees to this wall. That will have all the stuff up on the walls like they used to. Oh, yeah, here. Oh, yeah, link in Discord to the Sweden solar system. Okay, Innocent Raptor, I will do that. But yeah, so this would be like, I want it to be more dead sound, and I want a more permanent thing, and something that I can take, because this will only still be probably at most like a 1 year thing, because I'm working on trying to get land and building a small house. That's with the studio in the basement, like a basement studio basically that's like dedicated for that is my goal. But I don't know if you guys have ever done anything like that. It takes, at minimum, by the end of next year, I'd be considering I might be moving into that. So I have to have something in the meantime. So this will be a good studio space, and it's big enough. It'll be a big enough commercial space that I can have other people work from it too with me. So hopefully have a second desk. I'm going to get a new computer, and have other people work on this one and or laptops or whatever. And that's my idea, is just to kind of start getting prepared for that, right? It's sorry. Yeah. I forget that this is why nothing ever gets done, because I'm doing too much. I'm just doing too much, and I should probably just not, but it's kind of part of it. So yeah, these are only 2 foot by 2 foot. I'm going to make these. I'm going to have some, actually there's a maker space right across the street from me right here that I'm just going to say, hey guys, make me 8 foot by 8 foot of 2 by 2 sonic diffusers like this. And I think that'll sound really good too. Having that, and behind the desk, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this like semicircle stuffed with white pillows, white, so I can bounce lights off it and it'll look diffused, but also it'll totally trap all those echoes, you know, or a good amount of the reverberance off of me speaking at the camera. I want that all dead. I'll hang a big heavy sound blanket above me, and I'm also going to make sure the walls, that the fake walls, have extra insulation. I want this to be a silent room. It's going to be legit. Yeah. if you guys can't tell, I don't sleep on this stuff. Like this is, I want an awesome product. I want to have the best. I want like, yeah, it's important to me. Yeah. So that'll be that update. And in the meantime, as you guys know, I've been kind of just trying to make it so it's not a big deal, that people don't even notice that I haven't been in my old room for 6-7 months now. You know, because that's still just like a thing that I don't want to have to deal with on top of all this. I mean, I'm dealing with that personally between me and Audrey. I think you guys all know this, and I've talked about it a few times non-publicly, is that I am separated and divorced from my wife. Things are still actually quite good. She's actually almost like a better cheerleader from the side now of what I'm doing. But yeah, I don't think seeing now what this year turned into, yeah. I mean, there's no way she would have been able to survive me being gone more than not gone. So, yeah, I think, so on a personal note, while I deal with that and while we go through all that and while we kind of make a new life for each of ourselves, I didn't want to have the internet being like, why are you in a kitchen? Because literally behind this is just like a kitchen. It's like I'm just in a living room and a kitchen. Like it'd be. So the idea is like I just didn't want to have to deal with that. I don't think it's anyone's business, and except for you guys, the people that are here to support me. But yeah, I don't need to worry about that. That I am worrying about on my own time. I don't need to worry about explaining that to other people. So that was that idea. So when I get to the new studio, I want it to be like a big studio reveal of like a ta-da, and I just want it to be super legit, super pro. And yeah, there you go. It is pretty amazing. Once you know it's there, though, the illusion gets broken. The illusion gets broken pretty easily, and you can see kind of some wrinkles and stuff. But if you don't get it pointed out to you, you just would never think of it. Yeah. Yeah. You guys didn't know this? I've talked about it a few times in Discord. Yeah, it's been a backdrop for like 7 months now. Every video I've shot since the Raptor, and including the end of the Raptor video, I had to reshoot stuff, and it was with this, and no one noticed. Yep. Does a pretty good job. Because some of the wrinkles kind of, like these ones over here, kind of just look like shadows, that looks like a light casting from something. Yeah, the planets are no longer moving. The perspective's a little wonky. Yeah, so that's what's up. How did you guys not know this? I mean, I guess you had to probably be on Discord at that moment when I talked about it, because Discord gets lost right away. But how did you guys not know that? Yeah. I'm sneaky. Just my way of protecting my personal life and making it so it's, the internet. How the internet would just, blah. Yeah. Before I tore down all of this and actually most of this stuff is still at the house. So again, Audrey and I are on perfectly good enough terms that I'm keeping a lot of stuff there until I get a studio space, and she's totally fine with that. And but I took a picture actually with this camera. I just took a screenshot of the room empty, went and got that printed out. Yep. I and it's 4K output on this, so I just took a 4K screenshot, sent it out to the printer. Ta-da! Good enough, right? Innocent Raptor. Yes, we talked about hoodies yesterday. Let me make sure you guys see that. Here you go. Look in Discord real quick. There you go. Hoodies are going to be in store next week. I think on Wednesday. You guys will be able to. We're not going to sell out. And here's the deal. I realized I'm a little bit screwed because each. Yeah. Yeah, the hoodies basically ended up costing me about $100 per hoodie. This was just a nightmare. I can't. Yeah, so I want them to be here's the problem. If I sell them for 135 like I was planning, even at 135, by the time Discord or patrons get 10% off and shipping costs, because I actually eat some of the shipping because I discount shipping so it's more reasonable, especially internationally, you guys get like 30% off shipping costs. So I actually eat that from the profit. In order to make it so I don't totally lose my shirt, I might have to go 145. Is that the worst thing ever? Let me know. Because the whole thing is I obviously don't want to rip anyone off. Like that's literally not the point of this. I also don't want to be losing money on this thing that's taken me 9 months. Yeah. Let me know what I should do. Is 145 absurd? I mean, I know that's a weird question to be like, can I charge you guys 145 instead of 135? Oh, each one of you should easily be able to get one. There are currently 21 people-ish in here. I think there's 50 or 75. I don't remember how many, actually. I'll get a count on that. And you guys will probably for sure get one. Okay. 150. Okay. We'll do 150 or 149 because I think the web store is all like sub-rounded numbers. Let me see. We have to get ready for the other live stream. Yeah, we'll do 149.99. The crazy thing is, I bet you guys will sell them out. I'll bet you just commanders, and then the rest of Patreon will sell them out. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll go in order. We'll go commanders, and then the rest of the patrons. We'll just do 149.99. Yeah, I think that'll make sense. All right, cool. You guys will be good. 150 is too much. 149.99 is right on point. Yeah. So okay, so that's hoodies. So here's what's going to come out next week. With the hoodies, I'm also going to launch the signed prints because those are going to be in store by then. And we also have those pouches back in stock. There's 25 of those again. I think those are actually up in the store now, or if they aren't, they will be. Oopsies. Didn't know you could double click and make that too big. That's kind of annoying. Thanks, Chrome. Get back here, stupid Chrome. Let's see. Did those actually show up in stock yet? Under accessories. The utility pouches are still considered sold out, but they are in stock. So I'll release those at the same time. Gridfin Naughty Coasters, as you guys probably know by Twitter. Maybe you don't, but those are going to be in stock, I think, by next weekend. And also the Aerospike shirt will be coming out soon, but that will be coming out with the video. So that might be like a week later. So I'm sorry that some of you guys will probably have potentially two. You know what you could probably do? I'll bet if you add a note, I think you can add a note when you check out. Can you add a note when you check out? Yeah, I'll be announcing. Did I see Elon's tweet? Which one of Elon's tweet? I see Elon's tweets all the time. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Hang on. That's sick. That's so cool. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Sorry, I'm not DMing Elon. It's just, you know, you gotta do the thing. Gotta pay the troll toll. Man, that's wild. Here, I'll let you guys see me tweet. I'll do another one. Hmm. Thank you. That's so sick. This is what I tweeted there. That's awesome. Earth to Dim. What? Gotta pay the troll toll. Exactly. I love Sunny. It's always sunny. My new favorite show, guys, and I've watched it. I basically fall asleep to it every night now. Is if you guys like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, if you like Portlandia, if you like Tim and Eric, kind of like sketch comedy ish. Definitely watch I Think You Should Leave on Netflix with Tim Robinson. That's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my entire life. I keep watching it over and over and over. Austin, I don't have a time yet. Just pay attention. I'll make sure I make a big stink about it. And it won't be released publicly yet. It'll be only to patrons. I think it'll be Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I will give you guys updates and the announcements. I'll do an add everyone. And in Commanders first, I'll give you guys like a 2-hour head start. Yeah, and then we'll do another one. And I'll also do it in Patreon too. Hover 24/7. All right, we'll see if we get an answer there. That'd be awesome. Yeah, but if you like, Commanders will get a few hours. Unfortunately, maybe. What do you guys think's fair? Like 4 or 6 hours or something? Elon posted again. All right, this is fun. You guys get to see what my days are normally like. Elon Musk. Da, da, da. Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, Innocent Raptor, I'll make sure that it'll be like in the morning, either like Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. Oh, what I was going to say, if you can add a note in your thing, I'll try to see if my shop will let us take, if you order the Starman hoodies or a signature, something limited edition like the signature prints, that maybe you can just like have them hold it and ship it with like, if you want to do an Aerospike shirt later, if you're one of those people that wants to buy an Aerospike shirt or something else that's not currently in stock, like the new Gridfin coasters, add a note and say, please hold for shipping and ship it with my next shipment. Like ship it with my next thing. I'll see if that's okay. I'll see if that's okay. All right, so okay, so I'm gonna get ready for this other live stream. Now, do you guys have everything you need? You guys happy with everything we talked about? Do you know everything? Are you smart now? That's awesome. 5 hours, 59 minutes. I'll try to give you guys plenty of notice that about when they're going to go up. Going to be wearing your Starman hoodie. That's awesome. Yeah, I won't forget to change OBS around. Runway, I can't talk about it yet because I still don't know what's happening on that front. A lot's changed since then. A lot has changed since then. But yeah. Okay, we gotta replicate this in we gotta replicate this in Kerbal. That's what we're gonna be doing today with everybody. So I'm gonna back out of here. We'll see you guys. There's a new link. Be sure and click on the new link in like announcements. I have it also just in Patreon if you guys need it. There's a new link so that everyone else can join. Get ready, and I'm gonna stop this live stream right now. All right, bye guys. We'll see you in 1 second. I'm gonna grab some water and a little food. Yeah.